We're joined today by National Weather Service meteorologist Paul Yura to talk about Severe Weather Preparedness Week, which starts this Monday. Of course, obviously, very timely with our forecast. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So let's talk about, first of all, what makes Texas or Central Texas unique when it comes to severe weather?
Right. Well, and particularly what's kind of unique about our area is how we can get it year-round. We're kind of seeing it right tomorrow, chance of severe weather. We've had severe weather events in the past in the middle of winter. In December and January, we've had tornadoes, we've had hail, we've had damaging winds, and even flash flood events during a big Decembers, that sort of thing. So that's what's kind of unique about the whole southern part of the United States is that, you know, it's not just March, April, and May. It's actually year-round that we have to prepare.
Absolutely. And what is the greatest threat that we see here locally in terms of type of severe weather?
Right. And of course, there's a bunch of threats out there with severe weather. You're talking about tornadoes and hail and damaging winds and flash flooding. Of course, we've had big historic events like the Gerald tornado. So those are big impact events, but they're pretty, they don't come very often.
Sure.
But of course with hail, we've had very historic events back in 2009. We had baseball-sized hail, and those are very widespread. But in particularly flash flooding, with those severe thunderstorms, we a lot of times get the flash flooding events, which lead to the majority of our fatalities, and of course a large area of damage and impacting a lot of people.
Absolutely, and we're just checking out some of that hail that was, I think you said, up to baseball size back in 2009. Yes. And you talked a little bit about flooding. Central Texas is in Flash Flood Alley. Talk about that. You know, people hear about Tornado Alley, but what is flash flooding?
Right, well, in particular this part of Texas, going from Dallas all the way down to San Antonio, we're very unique in that we butt up right against the hill country. And then we have all these big historic rainfall events. And so when you put together the hill country, the lack of soil, when you especially go west of I-35, there's just not a lot of soil to deal with, and the soil is a sponge to soak up rainfall. So what happens here is that when you get those 10 and 15 inches of rain, it all runs off, and then you get into the really big historic flood events that we get, and those have, you know, gone back in history from Austin here, back from Memorial Day flood. Of course, a lot of the Onion Creek floods and so forth. So it's very unique to this area, and we're going to continue to see problems with flooding for the rest of the time we're here.
Now, as we proceed here into severe weather season, and as we see a threat of it tomorrow, what can folks be doing to prepare themselves?
Right. I like to always tell people that they have to be weather wise, and what that means is you don't have to be a meteorologist, obviously, to be able to know what's going on, but you know, watch the TV weathercast, have a good app on your phone, have a way of getting radar on your phone, and etc. Have a weather radio in your house so you can actually get the weather watches and warnings. So be able to get weather information 24 hours a day, and you'll be one step ahead of everybody, and then you'll be able to prepare and keep your family safe.
Great ideas. And if you want to learn more about Severe Weather Preparedness Week, we've posted an in-depth look at the weather blog on KXAN.com. You can access that by going onto the homepage, clicking under the Weather tab, and of course you see on your screen right now, Severe Weather Awareness Week is starting this Monday, preparing through the week as well. Paul, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And we'll be right back.